Friends, as you all know, that the biggest indirect tax reform of this century was launched on 1st of July by respected Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi ji in the Central Hall of Parliament. And this entire GST is based on IT. The earlier VAT was not based on IT network. लेकिन ये जो GST है ये पूरी तरह से IT based है. Each and every operation there is a minimum human interface and each and everything is online, either registration, either filing of the returns, either payments, either audit. And in a way I can say that this GST network is the biggest network of this world, handling crores and crores of invoices, crores of data. I can give you only one example. That till now 22 crores invoices have been filed. यानी पिछले 2-2.5 महीने में 22 crores. तो ये जो GST नेटवर्क है, जो बैकबोन है इस पूरे GST का, और ये कितना रोबस्ट है, कितना बड़ा ये नेटवर्क है, आप इससे भी अंदाज कर सकते हैं कि one system for the whole country. Earlier there was 36 VAT systems and 2 CBC system. हर राज्य का VAT का सिस्टम अलग था, CBC का सिस्टम अलग था. So now one system for the whole country and all taxpayers at one place. Information sharing with 36 tax departments, and each and every taxpayer by PAN, Aadhaar, CI, SIN and DIN. यानी पहले जो वैट के अंदर जो डीलर्स होते थे उनका पैन नंबर मैंडेटरी नहीं था. Now each and every dealer has to file his PAN number, his Aadhaar number, and it will have to be authenticated. वैट में मैंने देखा था कि पैन नंबर कुछ भी डाल दिया, there was no system to verify that the PAN number which is filed is correct or not correct. तो मैं केवल ये से बता रहा हूँ कि इतना बड़ा सिस्टम है, और अभी तक का जो लेटेस्ट डेटा हम लोग के पास आया है, the new taxpayers or the new dealers which have been registered, there are 23 lakh 18,000. 23,18,000 नए लोग हैं जिन्होंने अपना, those who have registered themselves in GST. And in composition scheme, about 11 lakh dealers have been registered in composition scheme. And as you all know, those who have a turnover of less than 75 lakhs and they have to file a quarterly return, they will not charge any tax, GST with the consumer, and they will have to pay their taxes also quarterly. तो लगभग 11 लाख लोगों ने कंपोजिशन में अपना रजिस्ट्रेशन कराया है. And the old dealers who were in the VAT system or the service tax, now on the excise, they have migrated. The number of migrants is 62.25 lakhs. So if you add this migration of 62.25 lakh and new registered dealers 23 lakhs, it comes to about 85 lakhs. The 85 lakhs new and old dealers have been registered under GST. I want to give you one more figure. आपको मालूम है कि जो फर्स्ट रिटर्न था उसके पहले दे टू फाइल अ समरी रिटर्न which was known as 3B, and this 3B was filed by about 47 lakh dealers. They filed their July return in a short summary return which is known as 3B. लेकिन जो अगस्त महीने का जो उनको 3B फाइल करना था, it is a kind of a summary return. It is a short return of 3 or 4 pages. Till now only 3.05 lakh they have filed their 3B return for the month of August. मैं अपने सारे टैक्स पेयर से और आज की इस मीटिंग के माध्यम से I want to appeal our taxpayers. They should not wait for the last day. There is a general tendency that people file their returns on the last day. And because of that, there is a heavy rush on the system. And you will see that for the August, only 4 days has been left. Kitna bacha abhi? 4 days.
4 days, including today 5.
Today is 5 days. Only 5 days have left. And only 3.05 dealers have filed their 3B, whereas for the month of July, already 46 lakh dealers have filed their 3B return for the month of July. And now it is only 3.05. So you will see that in the last 3 or 4 days, there will be heavy rush to file these 3Bs. So I would appeal all the taxpayers of the entire country, they should not wait for the last day. They should start filing their 3B returns. So there will not be a last, it is not a building the ship while sailing. इसलिए मैं अपील करूंगा देश भर के तभी करदाताओं से कि वो अंतिम समय का इंतजार नहीं करें और अपने टैक्स रिटर्न्स को और जल्द से जल्द फाइल करें। मित्रों, जैसा भी आदिया साहब ने बताया कि ये पूरा सिस्टम आईटी बेस्ड है एंड इन्फोसिस विच इज़ द लार्जेस्ट आईटी कंपनी ऑफ दिस, आई कैन से एटलीस्ट इंडिया की तो है ही, दुनिया के अंदर भी टॉप कंपनियों में से एक है। वो हमारा वेंडर, वो इस काम को कर रहा है। जीएसटी नेटवर्क के चेयरमैन है मिस्टर पांडे एंड मिस्टर प्रकाश जी, दे आर ऑल कोऑर्डिनेटिंग। और जैसा बताया आदिया साहब ने कि जो लास्ट मीटिंग हैदराबाद में हुई थी जीएसटी काउंसिल की, तो इम्प्लीमेंटेशन के बहुत सारे इश्यूज आ रहे थे। देयर वर मेनी इश्यूज कंसर्निंग द आईटी बिकॉज देयर वर सम इश्यूज रिगार्डिंग फाइलिंग ऑफ रिटर्न्स इन पेमेंट एंड बिकॉज इट इज़ अ न्यू सिस्टम। और हम लोगों ने हमेशा देखा है कि कोई भी जब नया सिस्टम आता है एंड सिस्टम सच अ मैसिव सिस्टम, द इनिशियल डेज देयर आर सम, इन द इनिशियल फ्यू डेज देयर आर सम प्रॉब्लम्स, सम ग्लिचेस। तो इसीलिए जब वहाँ पर कई लोगों ने ये रेज किया कि कई तरह की प्रोसीजरल प्रॉब्लम्स आ रही हैं, तो आदरणीय वित्त मंत्री श्री अरुण जेटली जी ने और ये 5 मेंबर कमेटी कॉन्स्टिट्यूट की थी। हमारे बगल में बैठे हुए हैं श्री राजेंद्र जी और श्री कृष्णा बैरगौड़ा जी यहाँ पर मीटिंग में थे। उनके एक और मीटिंग में जाना था, इसलिए वो अभी यहाँ पर उपस्थित नहीं है। हम लोगों ने डिटेल डिस्कशन किया है एंड yesterday also there was a full day meeting with the tax officials of the state governments. So more than 80 officials of the different state governments, the whole day they sat together and discussed with the GSTN and with the Infosys regarding the glitches, the problems they are facing in filing the return, in payments and in other things. उसके बाद एक कल हम लोगों ने जो टैक्स कंसल्टेंट्स हैं, we had a meeting also, this GSTN and Infosys, they had a meeting, long meeting with the tax consultants and tax experts, and those tax experts were handling more than 1,500 dealers at a time. In the same way, we had a meeting with the big companies like Hindustan Lever and other big companies with a robust IT system in their entire system. So yesterday there was a whole full day interaction with the stakeholders, with the tax officials, with the bankers, with the tax experts and with the big companies. और हम लोगों ने issues को flag किया, we have flagged the issues and we have identified the issues, and most of the issues are common throughout the country. And today in the ministerial meeting, we also had a detailed discussion, and we have planned with the specific dates. So we have identified the glitches, the problems. Then the Infosys and GSTN, they've given us a date, time frame, by which date which thing will be implemented, which thing will be improved. And I think in the next, by 30th of October, I think 70-80% of the problem will be able to solve. हम लोगों ने एक और ये निर्णय लिया है कि this group of ministers meeting will be held every 15 days. So in the first week of October, the date will be decided in consultation with other members. So again we will be meeting, and most probably in Bangalore itself, because Infosys is here itself. और हम लोग जो आज के निर्णय हुए हैं, the decision which has been taken in today's meeting, and the timeline and the plan which has been planned to resolve the issues, तो we will discuss in our next meeting और उसको देखेंगे कि implementation की क्या स्थिति है. और friends, करीब 2.5 महीना हो गया, more than 80 days. This GST has been welcomed by in each and every state, by the small dealers, by the big dealers, and as you all know, for the small dealers below 20 lakh, they don't require to register themselves in the GST, and for less than 75 lakhs, there is a composition scheme. So lot of incentives has been given to the taking care of the small dealers or the small manufacturers, and this GST has been welcomed everywhere. And friends, I must tell you, when VAT was implemented in this country, at that time also, I was a Deputy Chief Minister of Bihar in 2005. And at that time, there was an empowered committee of state finance ministers. And when Chidambaram announced this GST in 2007, I attended each and every meeting of GST from 2007 to 2013. और मैं आपको ये कह सकता हूँ कि वैट जब लागू हुआ था in 2005, at that time also there were a lot of issues, and the dealers were afraid, they were scared about the new system, about the new tax regime. What will तो यह एक, because it is like going into an unknown territory. लेकिन और इस बार भी जब GST लागू हुआ है तो लोगों को लगता था पता नहीं क्या GST में होगा. But I must thank all the political parties, I must thank all the state governments, irrespective of any political party. The GST has been welcomed, and the GST Council, it has become a true mirror of cooperative federalism. The way Mr. Arun Jaitley is conducting the meeting, the way Karnataka, Andhra, any state, Kerala, they belong to any political party, the way each and every state has cooperated with the GST Council. तो इसलिए मित्रों, अभी जो प्रारंभ के दिनों में जो GST नेटवर्क के जो और इश्यूज आए थे, उसके बारे में हम लोगों ने और विस्तार से चर्चा की है, और मुझे पूरा विश्वास है कि we will able to resolve the nitty-gritties and some minor and some problems which is being faced in the IT system. तो मित्रों, इतना ही मुझे कहना था. आपको और कुछ पूछना हो, कोई सुझाव देना हो तो मिस्टर सुशील कुमार आदिया इज आल्सो हियर.
Please raise your finger and I'll decide. Raise your finger, I'll tell you. Okay. We'll start from
please
here. First
introduce
to
also
fourth.
अपना introduction.
First to third, fourth. Yeah. Please, after that I'll continue. Yeah.
So first, what's the latest state of affairs right now? Because traders are still complaining that they are having issues. Secondly, the claims that have also been coming are far higher than what the government had anticipated. So is it a worry trend, and how long will it really take to verify these claims?
Please restrict your question to IT system.
So
Not all
because
questions.
today's
Honorable Chairman will only talk about the IT system.
Okay. So give us an update. फिलहाल की स्थिति क्या है? Because still as far as
मैंने स्थिति बताया ना आपको. मैंने आपको स्थिति बताया कि इतने लोगों ने रजिस्ट्रेशन किया है, इतने लोग न्यू माइग्रेंट्स हैं, और देखिए कोई भी सिस्टम अभी तो करीब 80 डेज केवल बीता है. तो मैंने कहा कि किसी भी सिस्टम को स्टेबलाइज करने में टाइम लगता है. इवन इफ यू इंटर अ न्यू हाउस, न्यूली कंस्ट्रक्टेड ऑफ योर ओन हाउस, it takes some time to settle down everything. So we are in the process of तो इसलिए हम लोग सारी चीज़ों को, and the government is proactive and trying to resolve all the issues which are coming in the way of implementing GST.
Yes, yes. No second question.
So in case, for example, even if corporates have a change in existing system, they go for a trial run. in case of you are changing the entire tax system of the indirect tax system of the country, what's your government for going for a trial run and implement GST in a hush hush? We could have gone for a trial run of GST network initially. Why did we not?
आपने कोई ऐसा सिस्टम आज तक देखा है क्या कि जब तक एकदम 100% कंप्लीट नहीं हो जाएगा then only will enter the house? सिर्फ नहीं, everything has been trial भी हुआ, रन भी हुआ, सारी चीजें हुई है. और सिर्फ once you enter, when you take the bull by its horn, then you face the issues. What are the issues? और मुझे लगता है कि इतने बेहतरीन तरीके से GST implement हो रहा है. Nobody could have imagined the way people have responded, the way people are cooperating, and the way we are implementing. And we knew and everybody knew कि जब भी आप कोई नई चीज करेंगे तो आपको शुरू के दिनों में कुछ प्रॉब्लम्स आएगा, इश्यूज आएगा.
Sushil Kumar sir and Asha ji, Rukmini Rao from CNBC TV 18. Sushil Kumar sir, आपके लिए Infosys के सारे टॉप मैनेजमेंट यहाँ पे थे. In terms of the final details of the discussion, is there a problem that they have also shared with you कि गवर्नमेंट की तरफ से कुछ मदद या कुछ टेक्निकल डिफिकल्टी सॉल्व करने के लिए कुछ मदद चाहिए होगा? एंड आद्या सर, इफ दिस glitches continue, could we look at another extension for filing of GTF 3?
No. The question is that yes, there would be difficulties on all sides. But the attempt today was to work around those difficulties and find a solution which alleviates the problems of the people. So that was the tone of discussion today. It was very fruitful discussion. It was leading to a better understanding of the problems on both sides and also understanding the problems of the stakeholders. So it's been very useful meeting. As far as extension of time limit is concerned, in order to have a proper learning period, we have already decided that the first cycle of GSTR 1, 2, 3 will be given a long rope. So on 9th of September, the Council has already decided that the July return, GSTR number 1, 2, 3, we have given enough time. So the time for GSTR 1 is 10th of October, GSTR 2 will be 31st of October, and GSTR 3 will be 10th of November. So we are giving this long period for people to sort out all the problems that they may have. After the first cycle is done properly by all of us, then it will be easy for us to give the subsequent cycles within 5 days gap, So then it would be possible. So in the meantime, we already extended the period for 3B to 6 months. So for 6 months, people have to file their own self-assessed summary return by 20th of the next month. And there is not going to be any extension of time as far as 3B is concerned.
आपने कहा कि 80% जो दिक्कतें हैं IT रिलेटेड वो 30 अक्टूबर तक ठीक हो जाएगी, लेकिन पूरा सिस्टम ठीक होने में कितना समय लग सकता है? जो 20% बाकी बचा हुआ है.
देखिए, मैंने कहा कोई भी चीज़ आगे कोई नए इश्यूज आ सकते हैं. जैसे जैसे इश्यूज आएंगे, आप ऐसा नहीं कर सकते कि जब तक यहाँ से एयरपोर्ट तक की स्ट्रीट लाइट नहीं लगेगा, आई विल नॉट ट्रेवल. यू ट्रेवल, तो आप आगे बढ़ते हैं, कोई समस्या आई तो उसको रिजॉल्व करते हैं. सो कोई सिस्टम ऐसा नहीं हो सकता है कि एवरीथिंग इज इन प्लेस देन ओनली यू इंटर दैट. आगे कोई नए इश्यूज आएंगे, उसको रिजॉल्व करेंगे.
Okay, gentleman there.
Yeah, Sushil Kumar here from PTI. I kindly, request. I have a couple of questions.
No, only one question.
Only two
Only one.
Only two questions. The nagging GSTN is not only the villain in this GST story. The frequent changes in tax rates have further thickened the plot. This also impacts economic activity and slow GDP growth eventually. So, do we see further changes in tax rates, or do we see this as an end to it till the full implementation of GST?
So you have asked so many questions in one question. नहीं, देखिए, आपने जो ये कहा है, ये तो एक नेचुरल प्रोसेस है कि जो टैक्स रेट्स के अंदर जो चेंजेस किया गया, तो इतना बड़ा टैक्स रिफॉर्म हो रहा है और प्रयास किया गया कि नियरेस्ट स्लैब में उसको फिट करने का. और उसके बाद भी अगर कोई इश्यूज आते हैं तो GST काउंसिल is competent enough, and the GST Council is mandated to take the issues of GST rates And in the coming days also, if the entire GST Council feel that on some items there can be some changes, so it is for the GST Council to decide. So ये कोई ऐसी चीज़ नहीं वैट के अंदर 2 साल बाद तक भी और चेंजेस होते रहे, but everything has been stabilized, but still if people are facing some difficulties, if there are some issues, so GST Council along with its ministers and the entire team, they are competent enough to take decisions on these things.
Okay.
One more question.
No,
Please.
I think it's only IT system related.
Yeah.
IT system related.
Aditi, I would like you also to, because you have an expertise in this. Due to these technical glitches, certainly they would have.
And there is no villain. Everybody is a hero. All the stakeholders are heroes. So kindly don't use the word villain.
Okay. Due to these technical glitches, certainly they would have taken a heavy toll on revenues. So, of course, of central and the state. Can we know what size of percentage the government of India has lost on this front?
So I'm not competent to answer this question because I'm heading a committee only for this IT network. So any question related or some peripheral questions I can answer.
Yes. That's what I'd like to know, in continuation of what you mentioned, observations. To what extent is the problem actually, is it technical at the vendor side, or is it the procedural that could not be explained and the vendor could not do the algorithm? And to what extent do you attribute this 47 lakh dealers of file, but when it comes to the it's only 3.05, the gap is so wide?
The gap is because they wait for the last day. You all know that till the examination dates are announced, the students they don't become serious for studies. In the same way, लोगों को लगता है कि अभी 4 दिन बाकी है और ये तो घर पे बैठ के कर रहे. It is not you have to go to the office and file anything. या आप घर पर भी बैठ के कर सकते हैं. So this is a general tendency. इसलिए मैंने अपील किया है टैक्स पेयर से कि डोंट वेट फॉर द लास्ट डे, और अभी जब रश कम है इसी समय फाइल कीजिए ताकि इवेंट तरीके से सारी चीजें हो सके.
So have they been also told, since most of these 47 or 85 lakh are registered, have they directly been appealed as
Yes,
to the media?
no, not only through media, even through SMS. We are sending SMS to all the dealers. In the state governments, there is a system of messaging through SMS.
Yeah.
So we are giving all the information to them. कि ये last date है, आप जल्दी से फाइल कीजिए.
Can you mention few glitches being faced by traders or concerned staff? Can you mention few glitches being faced by traders or some related?
यानी छोटी-छोटी चीजें हैं. मुझे नहीं लगता है कि इसको इतने बड़े इसके अंदर और कोई भी आप ही जब यूज़ करते हैं नेट के अंदर तो कई बार नेट में प्रॉब्लम आने लगता है. तो कभी कनेक्टिविटी का प्रॉब्लम है, कभी कोई और चीज़ें हैं. तो माइनर इश्यूज हैं, प्रॉब्लम्स हैं.
कनेक्टिविटी का नहीं, और सॉफ्टवेयर का कुछ है क्या?
वो भी है, सारा है, तो उसको भी रिजॉल्व करने सारी चीज़ों को.
कितना है? What could be the number? 1000 or 200?
I think it is intense.
We had a detailed discussion with both officers and experts and everybody, So, can you identify what is the number of glitches that you have found?
We should move in a positive direction. जो issues आ रहे हैं उसको resolve करना. Basic बात.
Just taking it forward from there, you spoke about the last minute, the deadline issue and how people rush in the last minute, and the number of people accessing the server is extremely high in the last couple of days. So that will be a problem that will continue to exist no matter how much you say. So before the coming up deadlines, will we see that there will be no instance of the server crashing?
No, earlier also there was no issue of server crashing because some other technical problems. There were some glitches on some particular days. So Infosys has assured us that they will take care of all these things.
Sir, one last question.
No, please, no. I think,
What exactly are the glitches? What exactly are the glitches?
एक मिनट उनका चल रहा है उसके बाद.
When you sign a contract with such large product, you will sign SLAs with the vendor. And considering that they have failed in delivering on the SLAs, because we are seeing so much glitches, will there be any penalty on it?
Well, I don't think they have failed. We can't conclude like that. That's your presumption. They have not failed. They've been delivering very well. Only thing is that there are always initial hiccups and issues which we have to sort out with them. It's not that there have been mass scale failure by them. Not at all. Yes, please.
No, what exactly are the glitches? You have not come to that.
It is very difficult because of minor issues, the technical things.
Should have been here.
No, that you also know. People, for example, if somebody has to change the core field of registration form, then what happens? Now those are the kind of the issues, So there are certain forms which are yet to be made available on the portal. So those are the kind of issues. So we already decided a plan of action by which it would be put on the portal, all the forms.